From WXII 12 News, this is a Commitment 2020 update.
Understandably, it has fallen from the headlines over the last few months, but if you can believe it, the presidential election is in exactly 24 weeks. The Trump campaign has just started running new attack ads critical of presumptive Democratic nominee Joe Biden. I spoke with the Trump campaign's communications director and a Wake Forest political scientist about the ads and about what voters can expect in the months ahead in this unusual race for the White House.
I love you, North Carolina. I love you.
The president and his supporters love to refer to North Carolina as Trump country. He comes here a lot. There's always a big crowd when he does. And in 2016, he earned our 15 electoral votes by defeating Hillary Clinton here by a larger margin than many polls predicted, more than 3.5 percentage points. Interestingly, though, a majority of North Carolinians did not cast a ballot for Donald Trump 4 years ago. He received 49.8% of the vote, which means about 16,000 more people chose a different candidate.
We anticipate that North Carolina will be hard fought. There's no question.
All signs are pointing to the fact that North Carolina is one of the half dozen states, perhaps even a smaller number of states, that will decide the 2020 election.
With Election Day less than 6 months out and most Americans talking about COVID-19, the Trump campaign is out with 3 new attack ads, all targeting presumptive Democratic nominee Joe Biden over his relationship with China, where the virus originated.
The point is that President Trump stood up to China. He stopped travel from China to protect the United States. Meanwhile, Joe Biden still sits on the sidelines and throws political jabs at the president, offering nothing constructive. At the same time, he's had a history of being cozy with China and being soft on China and having his family financially dependent on China.
The Biden campaign is quick to point to Donald Trump's Twitter feed and posts like this from late January, praising China's hard work containing coronavirus and adding it will all work out well.
We have to remember that as the president of the United States, he has to engage in diplomacy when it's appropriate. And he had also at the same time been working with China to come to the table to stop the way that they had been ripping off the United States in trade arrangements. And so that's why that occurred.
Wake Forest political science professor Dr. John Dinan says the ads aim to make it clear that the president was right to impose a travel ban and Joe Biden was wrong to call it hysterical xenophobia. But there's also an implied message.
And that is Biden fit to be president? And this comes through in various unflattering shots and clips that they catch of Biden. And so that's not the spoken text of the ad, but it's certainly what the ad designers are hoping and expecting viewers to pick up on.
Voters will be seeing lots of ads in the weeks ahead, but it's not clear when or if they'll be able to see the candidates in person. Restrictions on large gatherings remain in place in our state and many others.
The president is intent on getting back to rallies when it is safe and where it is safe.
There's no doubt that's a big challenge for the Trump campaign. I mean, we know in 2016, and not just in 2016, but in the last 3.5 years, the president has continued these large rallies, all gearing up for 2020. The president and his campaign have said that's our strength.
Every single night across all of our social media channels, we're putting up new programming, a new show every night at 8 o'clock. So we're connecting with voters in a way that really no other campaign has been able to match.
In response to these ads, a spokesperson for the Biden campaign tells WXII in part, Trump neglected repeated warnings from his own experts and public warnings from Joe Biden while dismissing this threat and echoing Chinese government propaganda about containment. There's no desperate ad Trump can dream up that's more horrifying than what his failed leadership is putting the American people through. On the flip side, the Trump campaign tells me it is encouraged by recent internal polling from 17 key states that it says shows he has closed the gap from being down 9 points 4 weeks ago to now being tied. Also that 54% recall seeing recent ads about Joe Biden and that by a margin of 15 points, more Americans trust Donald Trump over Joe Biden to rebuild our economy.